Vegan protein pancake mix. Vegan protein pancake mix. Okay, we are in a recession, yay, and every single day I look more and more like my mother with the things I'm doing to save money, and I'm gonna show you some of the things that I've been doing. So, today's episode of the EdgyVeg, I'm going to show you 7 things that are actually cheaper for you to make at home from scratch than to buy at the store. So all of these things you can make really easily. A lot of them are probably made with pantry staples that you already have, things like flour, oils, spices, that sort of thing. And other items, maybe you didn't know, it was just like so much cheaper and more cost effective, like almost free for you to just make it at home instead of like going out to the store and buying it. The first one I'm gonna show you how to make is a vegan protein pancake mix. These things can go for like $10 for like a box in the store when you can really just make it at home. Chances are you already have flour. Chances are you already have sugar and baking powder, probably salt, probably protein? Yes? Okay, great. Now let's make a pancake mix. So I like to use a unflavored or vanilla flavored pancake mix. This one is from Compliment. I have a link for them in the description box down below, and there's like a code that you can use to get a discount. So if you're interested in a tasty and very like nutritious and science-backed protein powder, check it out. So I like to do this so that I have plenty whenever I want to make pancakes. I'm going to do about like 5, not servings, but like, so when you make the pancake mix, you're gonna take 1 cup of whatever's in this jar to make your pancakes for like 4 people. So I guess like 5 instances of pancake making. That's what I like to do. This is just like regular all-purpose unbleached flour. I only have like really small jars and really big jars, so we're gonna use a giant jar today, but we're gonna add all of the ingredients into this jar. So I'm just gonna throw everything in here and shake it. That is 5 cups of flour. We have a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of baking powder, a tablespoon of baking soda, some salt. So I like to do about a 1/4 cup of the protein powder per serving. So if I'm doing 5 cups, that means I need a 1.5 cups of the protein powder. Now, if you have like flavorings that you like to use, things like if you have like a vanilla powder, blueberry powder, or whatever, you can throw them in there too. That's the great thing about making things from scratch. You choose if it's flavored or not. It doesn't have any like additives or anything in it. Not that I really care about stuff like that, but a lot of people do. But you can customize it completely to your likes. You can throw chocolate chips in there if you want to. What else have I done? And then you just shake it up. And then voila. Vegan protein pancake mix. Tea. You can also make that cheaper at home. Just go to bulk stores, get some herbs. One that drives me crazy when I see people do this is buying tomato sauce, like for pasta. Like you can make this for like $1, like literally. All you need is your favorite type of tomatoes, so you can use fresh or canned. And canned tomatoes you can get for like 99 cents or to $1.99, like the 28-ounce can. Then you need some olive oil, great, you have that. And then some spices, and that's it. And if you wanna make like a bolognese or something, you can add your meat to it, or you can add vegetables to it, like a mirepoix. I don't know why people buy it. I will use the recipe that I learned how to make in Italy, and I will do that instead. I actually have a recipe link for that on my blog, which is in the description box down below. Also, it's like totally customizable to your taste. So if you want a spicy tomato sauce, you can do that. If you like it super garlicky, you can do that. So the next one is pesto. I never buy pesto. It's expensive, and the reason for that is a whole host of things, but mainly because of the pine nuts. I have my own at-home garden, so I always have basil on hand, and I do that on purpose, but you can totally grow some basil or get one of those like basil plants from the grocery store and just keep it alive. And you always have basil, so you're paying one time and it costs you almost nothing to make. The other thing is that the pine nuts used in pesto are super expensive. I like to use almonds or even walnuts. I've even used sunflower seeds. All of those are relatively cheap. Let's start with the almonds. Add a good amount of garlic. For cheese, I'm gonna use nutritional yeast, and then a nice handful of that freshly grown and picked basil. So another thing is that if you buy like cheaply made pesto, it's still expensive, but a lot of the time, to cut down on the ingredient cost, they'll use like something that's not olive oil. This is also another way where you can control the ingredients that you're using. Why would you pay for this when it's that quick? It takes 5 minutes, not even. Did you know that you can super easily make brown sugar at home? So brown sugar is essentially just white sugar and molasses. So for every 1 cup of white granulated sugar, you need 2 tablespoons of molasses. Just whisk it together in a bowl and you have brown sugar. I do not buy brown sugar. I make it at home. I always have these on hand and these last forever. They're shelf stable, literally forever. Have you ever like been baking or wanted to bake something and you're like, oh man, I don't have brown sugar, I can't make this? Yes, you can. It's that easy. 1 cup, 2 tablespoons, whisk together brown sugar. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle. You're welcome. And same goes for like golden or yellow sugar. That's just less molasses. So you can cut it in half for yellow or golden sugar. And if you want like super dark, just add more molasses. So add less for lighter, add more for darker. Imagine that. That's how colors work. That's how shades work. So the next one is hummus. Stop buying hummus. It's like $5 for a tub like this. So this is like a third of the bag of chickpeas that I bought like a year ago. All you need to make hummus is dried chickpeas, soak them overnight, then tahini, lemon, salt, and garlic, and cumin if you want, and that's it. Oh, and olive oil, like to serve. It's so stupid easy to make. I have the best recipe ever that I learned how to make in Israel. I will link it down below. It tastes better, you can customize it, and again, you have control of all the ingredients that are going into it. It's like $1 per serving. Why would you buy it? And because I have the best recipe for hummus ever, like you will never get hummus as smooth as that recipe, so don't even bother with the store-bought stuff. It doesn't even compare. It's so grainy compared to mine. The next one is kombucha. Kombucha is crazy expensive. It's like between $3 and $6 for a bottle that is probably this size or smaller. You can make it for free at home. All you need is tea bags and a SCOBY. Chances are someone in your life has a SCOBY. Ask them for one. I got mine for my prep assistant bars, and I have been making kombucha since. It's also like just really rewarding, and currently because my SCOBY got so big, I had to break it in half, so now I have 2 batches going. So you can customize it to the flavor that you want. I like to do mango, guava. I also like to do orange, but it literally is free. It's free because tea bags cost almost nothing, and water comes from my tap. I guess you have to pay for the sugar, whatever. It's almost free. Plus you get to like experiment with different flavors, and it makes this fun sound. So like who decided that a bag of croutons should cost $5? $5 for stale bread? I'll just make bread and leave it out. So yes, if you haven't already guessed, croutons is the next one. Making croutons at home is so easy. Plus it helps you cut down on your food waste, because if you have like stale bread, just throw it in the freezer until you have enough for croutons, and you can make a batch. You can also make croutons as you need to. 2 days ago, I wanted a Caesar salad, so I made a small batch of croutons just for my personal Caesar salad. So you're cutting down on food waste, you're saving money, and again, you can customize it. All you have to do is heat up your oven, take your stale bread, so I have some whole wheat, I have some rye, I have a sourdough in here, the bits and bobs of the bread, like the odds and ends. So just cover it in plenty of olive oil. You can also use vegan-friendly butter if you want. And then I like to do some garlic powder and some Italian seasoning. You know what, we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna add some pepper as well, a pinch of salt. Now just spread it out and place this into your oven for about 10 minutes. And then you have croutons between 7 and 10 minutes. I know I'm having Caesar salad again for dinner tonight. Oh, I also have pesto. I could have a pizza. So many options, and so cheaply made. Thank you for joining me on this money-saving adventure. Inflation is hard and a recession sucks, but hopefully this makes your life a little bit easier. Let me know if you want more like money-saving tips. I have a whole list of other food items or ingredients that are super, super cheap to make at home to help save you some money. So if you want to see them, let me know. Well, I've got a salad to make. Get out of my face. Bye. So crunchy. So good. So good.